Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Let's go back up to them heavyweights where concussion reigns supreme. We got heavyweight explosion on March the 8th, right? And I think the headline fight should be Zhilei Zhang versus Joseph Parker. But you got Anthony Joshua also versus Francis Ngannou. And Ngannou was just in his second fight. I just don't think second fighters should be headlining anything. But okay, whatever. It's straight up gonna be some knockouts popping off. So anyway, when you talk about Zhilei Zhang and Joseph Parker, it's been revealed that Zhilei Zhang has a rematch clause in the contract. So that means Joseph Parker would have to beat Zhilei Zhang on 2 occasions. We've seen these rematch clauses in boxing, and I don't think they're good, right? I think rematch clauses, I'm getting straight to the point here, should be just for undisputed champions, maybe unified champions, meaning you have 2 belts or more, right? Those are people who have worked their way up and done some, monumental things, and, you can have a slip up and you have a rematch clause. I think everybody else, rematch clauses shouldn't be. Not for fighters that are just popular. Because popular in boxing is starting to go too far. If you're popular, you're popular. Good for you, right? That means that few people like you for stuff. That's not what it is. We have to get back to sports. Because if Joseph Parker were to beat your boy, Zhilei Zhang, then he should be able to move on to something else. And this is just anybody else. I mean, Anthony Joshua has these rematch clauses when he wasn't even champion. I forget his opponent, but I remember it was, a rematch clause with anybody, he fights. And others in boxing, the rematch clause here, rematch clause there. So that means you're telling a fighter, you got to beat me twice. And in some circumstances, it's okay, like I said, but I don't think it should be in fights where neither one of the guys are champions, right? But in Zhilei Zhang's defense, he had to have a rematch clause versus Joe Joyce. So he just had to go through it himself. So I can understand him in this particular instance because it's like, man, I just had to beat up the juggernaut twice, and y'all want I'm gonna just have one fight with somebody and then I'm gone. Really not fair to him. So that's why it's not about just this particular instance. It's about boxing in general. We have to get off of the everybody gets a rematch clause. I think we should just leave that rematch clauses to unified champions or undisputed champions, right? So Joseph Parker has a big mountain to climb, literally, to have to go in here and beat Zhilei Zhang on 2 separate occasions. But hey, if somebody can do it, it might be Joseph Parker. It's not going to be easy. You tell me what you think about these rematch clauses. Am I, nuts on this one? Or do you agree? I don't ask you guys to comment, like, and subscribe or whatever, but I kind of do want to know your opinion on this. Maybe I'm out there a little bit on this one. But I just don't think, I think rematch clauses are kind of slowing down us getting to, unification fights and undisputed fights, which me personally is what I like in boxing. I like people trying to achieve unifications and undisputed and stuff like that. So that's just my personal, my personal wish there. So yeah, Joseph Parker has a rematch clause versus Zhilei Zhang, meaning he got to beat him in a minute here in March, and again at the end of the year. That's a tall order. Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.